Good day, everyone. Welcome to Module 10B. And our topic for today is ways to make the most effective use of family finances. Ways to make the most effective use of family finances. We've been talking about management, as home health aides and personal care aides. We factually help our patients in planning everything possible as directed by the care plan or as the patient's will. So even the patient's finance should also be managed when you are allowed to. So how do you make effective use of these family finances? We have different families that there are various families that exist, and each family differs from the other in aspect of finances and health and every other aspect of life. So when it comes to finance, we don't all have the same financial capacity. So you may be dealing with a family who has a strong financial capacity. Probably they are very buoyant. That doesn't mean that excesses should come in. And again, we may have families that they are financially not buoyant, uh, or they are only living from maybe averagely or living from hand to mouth. So you need to help them to make an effective use of their finance. So how is this going to happen? So let's move quickly to the introduction without wasting much time. So in addition to helping the family to plan and work within a budget, a home health aid or a personal care aid can also help the family to cut or to reduce their cost. Now, how do we reduce cost? Cost can be reduced in so many ways. And we often realize all the little things we can do to cut our costs. We don't often realize these things. There are some little things that takes our money that when you calculate how much has gone to things that doesn't really matter, you see that a lot of money has gone out. So there are things that we often do that we don't pay attention to, whereas these things cut our costs a lot. So that they take our money a lot. So saving a little bit here and there, cutting back even just a little will add up in long run towards a big savings. And here are some ways as home health and the personal care aids that we can help our patients and the family to cut their costs and increase their savings or the money. So here you help the family to what? To have call it safe money. So the first one we're considering is how to save on grocery. One thing that consumes family costs or family finance is groceries, because it is an important aspect of life. Of course, you will definitely eat, you will consume food. So food, groceries, they take a larger space when it comes to finance. So how do we help our patients to save on grocery? First of all, you pack lunches and snacks for work, maybe if you are going to school or to trips, to avoid spending money on fast food or junk food. Then you check expiration dates on the refrigerator or the pantry and use items that will spoil sooner first. You don't keep items that will spoil to be used later. You use them first because why? When they spoil, you need to replace them. And when you replace them, you are spending an extra cash. Then you plan meals for the week. You can write a grocery list of items that you needed. Look through the refrigerator and the pantry to see what items are on hand before buying them. And you can also use those items to plan meals. Then you make and stick to a grocery list while shopping to avoid spending money on extra items. Don't shop on an empty stomach because why? You'll be more likely to buy items like maybe dried beans and egg. Sorry, you maybe you'll be forced to buy things. Why? Because you are hungry. So you also find protein sources in less expensive items such as maybe dried beans and eggs. Protein sources can come in expensive form and less expensive form. So we would buy protein sources that are less expensive than those that are very much expensive. Then also for bulk items, you buy bulk items in bulk. I mean, if you want to buy tomato, when you buy items in bulk, it tends to come cheaper. So if you don't buy extra, if you know that what you are buying will spoil, if you don't make use of it, you don't buy extra. So uh, this is a picture of saving on groceries. You also buy generic or store brands to cut your grocery bill. Then shop at a large supermarket or a discount grocery, a discount grocery stores, or rather than convenience stores. Now, a supermarket or a discount grocery stores will sell for you at a price that is cheaper than a convenience store. Even maybe at gas stations or uh, petroleum stations to get these items, it is better to go to a wholesaler than a retailer. Then you buy fresh foods when they are in season and you incorporate seasonal fruits and vegetables into the menu planning. Produce is cheaper when they are in season. Then avoid processed and already prepared food as these foods are not only less healthy but they also tend to be more expensive than foods that you must prepare. Now, how to save on household costs. How to save on household costs. We've been able to ascertain how to save on groceries. So these are the few steps we follow when we are trying to save on groceries. We've said a lot of things. Just to brief recap now, we don't buy things that will spoil soon, and we consume things that will spoil soon first. Sorry about that. So now we are moving to how to save on household costs. When you are trying to save on household costs is one thing that consumes our money a lot because why? Some things are there that are not relevant that we do, and some things are there that you cannot forfeit. Light of light, water supply, all these you can't forfeit them. So you have to find a means of regulating their consumption. So you cancel unnecessary subscriptions to magazines, cables, and other services. Then you find cost saving plans for combining utilities such as maybe cable, phone, or internet service. Then you pay bills on time so as you won't incur what? Charge or fee due to the significant overtime. Then you work with a consumer credit agency to effectively manage debt if you are in debt. So, and also you consolidate credit card debts. Don't use disposable paper products such as make paper plates and the likes, because why all those things if you are using paper plates, uh, you can't use it twice. It's one use. So you keep buying. So use things that can be reused. Then, so it's a pictorial representation of that. So then you use cloth diapers instead of disposable diapers to help your patients. And the cloth diapers can be washed and prepared. Then you keep clothing in good repair to avoid having to replace them. Then you look at your store advertisements and weekly circulars to purchase clean and other products that are on sale. You can take advantage of pharmacy discount programs such as maybe purchasing a 3 month versus a 1 month supply of regular used medications. And over time, these types of programs can help to save cost on prescription medicine. Then also you can use generic brand of medicine of medication and over the counter medication when appropriate and even after discussing with him. Then uh, you use generic brand of medicine over and the over counter medication when appropriate and discussing with a physician. Then you purchase gas for your car uh, at a less expensive gas station and when there are gases for sales. Why? When there are no gases for sale, when things are out of stock, remember the law of demand and supply. The higher the demand, what happens? The lesser the supply and the higher the cost. Or the lesser the supply, the higher demand and the higher the cost. So when there's a low supply, there's always tendency of what? Increased cost. So you buy items when they are very much available. Now that way we can help our family, the patient's relative or the patient's family itself to save on is saving on energy. How to save cost on energy? Use electricity during off-peak hours whenever possible. Now, off-peak hours, like it is often less expensive to do wash and run. To run dishwashers at night during off-peak hours when energy use is generally low. People sleep at night and the energy consumption in the night is quite low. So consuming electricity at night gives you a space or a floor for that. But using these dishwashers, washing machine and lights during the peak hours, the energy consumed will be what very, very much. Also, you lower energy bills by turning off lights in rooms when not in use, or by lowering or turning off the heat uh, or the air conditioner when no one is home. You can use a programmable thermostat. Uh, Use a programmable thermostat to control heating and cooling costs. So you set the thermostat to every 65 to 70 degrees that during the winter and 50 degrees when no one is home. So save energy cost by washing only full loads of clothing or dishes in the washing machines and dishwashers. Then you can use the cold or cool setting whenever possible when washing clothing. So you don't always increase the energy consumption. And this is tips on energy saving at home. Also check the lint screen in the dryer frequently. This prevents fire as well as allows the dryer to work more efficiently. So all these things I just have to save on. Now when you check the dryer, you check this. If it is too dry, it will catch fire and then you're going to incur of cost. So don't over dry clothes in the dryer. Dry only for the amount of for the amount of time necessary to get a clothing dry. So whenever possible, you can hang those clothing in what in the sun on the clothesline to get dried up. So using energy efficient appliances whenever possible can also help to reduce costs and also to have chimneys, heatings, and cooling systems. Uh, okay. Uh, so have chimneys, heating, and cooling system inspected and maintained on a regular basis to ensure that what they are working efficiently. You replace furnace or air conditioner ducts when they are dirty. Then you use fans instead of air conditioners and use energy saving shower heads and faucets. Then you take a shorter showers. You don't leave the water running when they are necessary. Always turn on the water while brushing your teeth and in between washing dishes. Then you defrost your refrigerator on daily basis, like ice that are building up, increases the cost of energy as the refrigerator has to work harder to be more efficient. Open and close the refrigerator and freezer doors infrequently and quickly. How? Don't always open the refrigerator door because why? The more you open it, the more the gases escapes and so it may increase the amount of working time. So then you open and close the refrigerator very, very fast and you respond uh, so open and close refrigerator and the freezer does infrequently, like we said. Then by following the cost saving suggestions, making and sticking to a budget, and also reducing debt, home health aid or personal care aids can help their patients and their family to meet their expenses without having to feel anxious. Then the home health aid or personal care aid should allow authorities to follow the care plan guidelines as to what ways they are expected to help their patients to budget their money and also to manage their money. Then always document tasks completed and money that is spent. And whenever you're in doubt, seek guidance from a supervisor. So we have come to the end of this topic. Just a brief recap on what we discussed about. We talked about how to make the most effective use of family finance. And we discussed about the introduction. Then we talked about how to save on the groceries, how to also save on household costs. Then finally, we discussed about how to save on energy, and we're able to talk about those variety of things that can be done in order to reduce family cost. Please have a wonderful evening and enjoy the rest of your day.